G'day everyone. The 2025 diplomacy season's been rolling in like a summer swell. Big waves, bigger wipeouts, and here we are. 2/3 through the year, we're still waxing our boards for the first countdown of the season. Our standings are tighter than a pair of budgie smugglers at Bondi, and half the field's already sunburned. Lost a mate or both. So grab your sunnies, crack a cold one, and pretend this was on schedule. This is the DBNI Countdown Show.
Welcome to the DBNI Countdown Show. After a dominant broadcaster brawl performance so commanding it sent Zachary Moore into retirement, we've got a new voice at the desk. Debuting as our first rotating co-host, the man who proved we have no kings here on DBN, Brandon Austin.
Thank you, Brian. Look, we all know I shouldn't have won that top board. I was just chilling in my corner watching everyone decide who they wanted to win, and I was very flattered when they picked me. But look, the real victory is being able to spend some quality time here with you, mate, reviewing this season's top players.
Yeah, you're right about that.
100%, mate. The DBN Invitational is a year-long points race across face-to-face, virtual, and extended deadline communities, culminating in February's Invitational to determine the DBN Diplomat of the Year. It is a big event, Brian.
It really is, and we classify events as DBN 60, DBN 80, or major, depending on the size and the prestige. Players will earn points by placement, and the top 28 at the season's end battle for the title. Full details are at the diplobn.com website on the invitational page.
That's right, and qualified players who win a major event are automatically invited to the DBNI. These are the most prestigious diplomacy tournaments that attract top talent from around the globe. If you're at the top of one of these, you've punched your golden ticket straight into the DBNI.
But if you don't win a major, don't worry. Players can still receive an invitation by accumulating points from their placement at qualifying events. Higher you finish, more points you rack up. Every center counts.
Here, Brian, we see that Noam Brown headlined the spring, earning an automatic bid with his win at World DipCon at Whipping.
And over summer, Zoe Cameron took the APAC DipCon Championship, edging out two-time Diplomat of the Year, Peter McNamara.
In fall, we had Andrew Wu joined the invitational list with his win at the North American DipCon at Weaselmoo.
And winter is known as championship season here at DBN, with most leagues ending their season at the end of the calendar year and a whopping 4 major events to close out the season. There are lots of points left for players to earn an invitation. 7 events granted automatic qualification. The remaining 21 spots are up for grabs. So Brandon, means it's time to see our top 28 players. Let's start what I hope will become a new tradition. Instead of reading our own lines, we agreed to read the lines we wrote for each other to introduce the standings. What could possibly go wrong?
Okay, we're starting out strong with a tie for first place. Jamal Blakali wins the tiebreaker with the higher top share. All season long, the Jade Buddha has helped his allies find peace in Nirvana, where there's no suffering, no desire, and of course, no trace of their former positions. Why the hell are people still helping this man, Brian?
Micah Blom may have been knocked into second, but she has the people on her side. She brings the best vibes to every board and has taken victory after victory after victory this season. With board tops nearly as big as her smile, is she the people's choice to win this season's DBNI?
Borderlands developer Justin Law collected enough loot to earn third place in our standings, proving that when he says co-op, he actually means co-opt your centers.
In fourth place, no, it's not Darcy Morris. It's veteran face-to-face player and upcoming BlazeCon tournament director David Miller. Miller's won 2 tournaments and as many appearances. We're not sure what the word blaze refers to, but based on his success this season, it seems quite relaxing and possibly illegal in at least 3 states.
Fifth place, Zoe Cameron brought so much stage presence and convinced so many players to hand over their dots at the APAC DipCon Championship that rumor has it is that she's been cast in Inventing Anna, the musical.
Silent Assassin, 6th place Tianyu soon dominates his way to the top. Always a favorite to win, one could say he's a Stella favorite.
In 7th place, we have lawyer Ed Sullivan, who was so dominant at the regatta that his second Supreme Court appearance will challenge Trump's executive order to rename the Gulf of Mexico. His argument? Rename it to the Gulf of Texas.
That checks out. On to places 8 to 14. Research scientist Noam Brown won the championship at World DipCon at Whipping in San Francisco and 8th place in our standings by combining two Bay Area traditions, machine learning and domination.
9th place, Andrew Wu won big at this 67th DipCon at Weaselmoot. Now in his 3rd year, Wu is as seasoned as a Chicago clergy member protesting in front of ICE agents with pepper balls.
Coming in 10th is our always chillin' 10-10. He's the humblest of the humble, a man of great depth and sophistication, a man who's definitely read all the rules of this game and knows what a Lepanto is. He's our true blue all-Aussie adventurer, Brandon Austin.
Top bloke, that one. Andrew Goff took first at the Hung Parliament Handicap once the handicaps were stripped, earning him 11th place in our standings. It's the rare competition where being stripped and well hung are both part of the scoring system.
In 12th place, UK player Gunther Bedson opened the season with a win at SpireCon in Chesterfield. His negotiations were so effective that organizers are thinking of renaming it ConSpireCon.
Patrick Jacobson sits in 13th on the strength of his 2nd place at the regatta and 4th place in the Virtual Diplomacy League. Some say his rise looks like Jacob's ladder, mostly because everyone is watching and shouting, "Oh God," while it happens.
At place 14, Simone Wessendrup took 3rd at the NDC and 2nd at Hexdecken. He may not have a crown yet, but if there's a Miss Congeniality award for stabbing politely, it's already his.
Alright, here are our places 15 to 21. On his recent European tour, 15th place, Wes Ketchum climbed every mountain, forded every stream, and followed rainbow tulips all the way to the Netherlands Championship, where he found his dream, stole Michael Bloom's trophy, and fled the continent for Chicago. Welcome home, Wes.
Number 16 is Dan Lester, a cheeky world champion who brings a world-class performance to every board he plays, including his recent win at the UK Championship. Just watch out for that devilish smile of his. He's the kind of player who can stab you and make you thank him for the experience.
With finishes of 5th, 4th, and 3rd, Shane Armstrong has discovered the DBNI is a new category where close counts, right between horseshoes and hand grenades. He comes in at 17th in our standings, and you can guarantee he will always just play the effing game.
Young Aussie Darcy Morris lives and breathes diplomacy, usually playing at least 5 games at once. His 18th place proves that in this hobby, quantity really does have a quality all of its own. Also of note, last season, the cut line for the DBNI Top 28 was 77 points. Darcy's row is highlighted in yellow, marking the beginning of what we call the danger zone here on DBN. The exact qualifying threshold for this season's DBNI remains unknown, but players near or below this line are at risk.
With that, in 19th place, we have 2-time Diplomat of the Year and human calculator, Peter McNamara. Some say he's spending less time winning tournaments and more time doing karaoke, Brian. Which means players now fear 2 things, his DBNI seed and his Mr. Roberto.
Dome oregato, Mr. Roboto. Jason Gray, recent TD of the Gangster Tournament at Sydney, Australia, and 20th seed in our standings. We'll always keep you guessing as to how safe you are. Will he run with you to the top, or will he run straight over you? Only one way to find out.
21st place, Hunter Catcher is like a souped-up Massachusetts minivan, quiet and unassuming until he's doing 90 through your supply centers and leaving the Boston Massacre in his rear view.
Your last players to make the cut, 22 to 28. Randy Lawrence Hurt finished 2nd at DixieCon, showing impressive stamina on his trip down south, living up to his name and earning 22nd in our standings. Yeah, baby, yeah.
23rd place Joni Gillum helps people flee oppressive regimes for a living. Joni came well prepared though, because facing them on a diplomacy board feels like its own humanitarian crisis.
In 24th place, Dutch rookie phenom Emily Kramer went to Germany for her second ever tournament and won Regenscon, making it the most efficient Dutch invasion since the 1940s.
Katie Gray placed 5th at World DipCon, 3rd at Weaselmoot, and 1st in head-to-head matchups against Brandon Fogel. Katie enters our standings in 25th, but our hearts as number 1.
Ever providing the most succulent of vibes, it's Max Rowe Banks. The former APAC champion and DBNI Super 7 competitor has always been a little quiet this year, yet he's still left his mark. Coming in at 26th, he's always hungry for dots.
27th place, we have Adam Siegel. Dominated early at World DipCon 2025, scoring the only solo of the event, but still lost to Noam Brown. When asked to comment, tournament officials mentioned something about hanging chads.
Karthik Connath is scrapping in at 28th, always begging for a little attention. Anyway.
Here's a look at the players on the wrong side of the bubble, places 29 to 35. We have Brandon Fogel, Conrad Woodring, Aura Adelman, Claire Bradbury, Spiros Dovas, Keith Warsall, and Harold Grubman.
And here are places 36 to 42. Nancy Jen, Adam Silverman, Andrew Zick, Philip Weissert, David Hood, Isaac Jukes, and Jason Massbaum.
Just 0.2 points separate those in and out of qualification. Every dot, every top, every misorder matters, Brian.
Based on last year's score, we've got 10 vulnerable players and many events left to play. In my opinion, anyone outside the top 12 should start sweating unless they manage to add more points to their score.
Outside the top 12, I don't know, Brian. I'm in the top 10, and with the hung champion Goff looming immediately behind me, I don't know whether to be excited or scared, maybe a little of both. We also must remember that to be eligible, players must play at least one virtual qualifying event. There's still time, but the clock is ticking.
David Miller, Noam Brown, Andrew Wu, Gunther Bedson, Dan Lester, Randy Lawrence Hurt, and Emily Kramer all need to play at least one virtual game to become eligible for an invitation to the 2026 DBN Invitational. Bad news for them, good news for the rest of the field.
All right, Brian, we've seen all these big names, the well-knowns, the overdones, and let's face it, several has-beens. It's time for what the people really want. It's time for the Rookie Watch.
That's right. Raising awareness about the game of diplomacy and growing the hobby are the primary goals of the Diplomacy Broadcast Network. At the end of this season, the first season player with the highest score will receive the Eddie Burson Rookie of the Year award.
Starting at the bottom of our chart, in 7th, we've got Thijs Venstra, sitting at 23.5 points. His best performance was impressive, a 4th place finish at the Netherlands Diplomacy Championship, placing just above Athens' own World DipCon tournament director, Spiros Dovas.
In 6th, we have Ingo Frank with 25.2 points on the strength of his tie for 3rd at the recent Hextechen Open in Dresden, Germany. Ingo tied with Athens' own World DipCon tournament director, Spiros Dovas.
At 5th, we have Caden Towson with 27.4 points. Caden's success is primarily based on his results at the Boston Massacre, narrowly edging out DBN Diplomat of the Year, Jason Massbaum III.
Arden Goff sits in 4th based on 28.2 points earned from an active face-to-face tournament circuit in Australia. Arden's played 13 tournament games this year, their best result coming from a 5th place non-handicapped hung Parliament handicap score. Continuing
the theme of upcoming Australian rookies, in 3rd place, we've got Claire Bradbury with 53.7 points, in addition to a 3rd place finish at the Sydney Cup, where she outplaced last season's Rookie of the Year, Max Wanjiro Branks. Claire also currently sits in the top 10 of the Virtual Diplomacy League, whose current results are included in these standings.
Upper New York's Aurora Atman is in 2nd and is the highest ranked eligible rookie in our standings. The season we're in today, Aurora would be our Rookie of the Year. Aurora placed second at the Boston Massacre and traveled the world to fly to the North American DipCon at Weaselmoot, scored a top 10 finish in a crowded field.
And of course, in first place, we have our current Rookie of the Year leader, Emily Kramer, with 62.9 points. Emily placed first at RegionsCon, ahead of the likes of World DipCon champion Jan Pillay and Athens' own World DipCon tournament director, Spiros Dovas.
And congratulations to all of our rookies. Many former rookies in previous countdown lists, such as Lore, Brown, Wessendrip, Gillum, and Gray, now sit in the top 28. Future is bright. Brandon, we're 2/3 through the season with plenty left to play. 11 events remain and possibly even more to come.
Yeah, starting with the inaugural Flying Fox Fandango being played this weekend in a few hours my time. You can see live coverage right here on DBN. It is a stacked field and sure to have some great action. We've also got the Tour of Britain Virtual League, which will happen on Discord.
The Carnage Gaming Convention in Killington, Vermont.
We have the Virtual Diplomacy League, also on Discord.
Snake Pit Virtual League will come on the Snake Pit Discord server.
And we've got the Australian Open held in Canberra, Australia.
And the Paris Open in December, Paris, France. Now we'll take a look at a couple of our upcoming major events, most of which will be this season, but we're also highlighting a few for the next one.
We have the European DipCon Championship being held in Leiden, Netherlands.
Coming up in January, we've got the Virtual Diplomacy Championship on Discord. A great place for those ineligible players to get in a virtual game.
We have the Virtual Diplomacy League Championship that is upcoming as well.
And the APAC Diplomacy Championship will be held in the 2026 season. Will be held in January in Thailand.
And we've got World DipCon Championship that will be held in Athens, Greece in 2026.
And for all you DBNI hopefuls and fanatics, mark your calendars, because here's when we'll be playing the 2026 DBN Invitational. Semifinals February 20th through 22nd, and the championship game on February 28th. Brandon, I want to thank you for serving as the first co-host on Countdown since Zachary Moore's retirement. Zach left big shoes to fill, mainly because he's so tall and has giant feet, but you've left big shoes of your own. For all you want to be Countdown co-hosts, look to Brandon to see how it's done.
Look, Brian, it's been an absolute pleasure spending some quality time with you as we see all these legends battle it out for DBNI glory. We'll see you next time on the Countdown Show.
It's been a blast, Brandon. I mean this seriously. Countdown is my favorite show on DBN, and we couldn't have done it again without your help. I also want to thank Brandon Fogel for putting together all these event and standings data, Sabia Huja for their work to help produce. It is literally impossible to have this show without their behind-the-scenes work. And thank you all for watching the DBNI Countdown Show. As always, if you have any questions or comments, please post in the comments on this video or contact us at info@diplobn.com. If you enjoyed the show, please like the video, click the subscribe button, and tell us your thoughts. Make your own predictions in the comments. This helps YouTube prioritize these videos and might help someone new discover the game that we enjoy so much.
And until next time, stay safe and stab well.